Hello everyone. In this video I wanted to explain the difference between assets and liabilities. Why do we need to know the difference between both concepts? Because they are components of our balance sheet first, and because to get rich or to be rich we need to differentiate between good money and bad money, between assets and liabilities, and between good securities and bad securities. And third, it may improve our financial literacy to know the difference between assets and liabilities. So, what is the difference between them? Assets put money into your pockets. Liabilities take money from your pocket. Assets are like raw materials, precious materials, properties, real estates, like patents, like intellectual properties, etc. And liabilities are like loans and mortgages and taxes and all sorts of payments like rent. And it's very important to know the difference, because the riskiest of investments is the investment that when you invest in a liability and you think it's asset, it's risky. For example, if you take a loan for a house, to buy a house, so this is sometimes you think it's asset, but it's not. It's a liability the majority of the time. Why? Because it's the loan. It's a liability for you and an asset for the bank, unless if you sometimes you can turn a liability into an asset. How? It's by reading your financial statement, because reading your financial statement enables you to improve your financial intelligence. If you buy this house when the properties get up, real estates go up in their costs, you may turn up your liability into an asset. And if you rent this house in a good rent, you should know the difference between the rent income and the net rent income, so that you can turn your liability into an asset. So a loan, especially if you get a loan for a car, for example, it's sure it's a liability, it's not an asset, because the car, it's not an investment. So each loan or mortgage is like a liability for you and an asset for the bank. And each liability for you is an asset for another person, for the government, for example. Sometimes we think that our homes is an asset. It's not. It's a real liability for us and an asset for the government, because the government get paid. It's taxed. Our homes are taxed by the government. The best of assets are the one that we create, as I said in previous videos, and I will talk more about how to create assets. So each liability for you is an asset for others. And when you don't know the difference between both concepts, you may consider a liability an asset, and you contribute to the richness of others. For example, when you go to shopping and you buy gas, a lot of like expenses for clothes, signé, and you are doing liabilities for you and assets for others when you do this. Every money that goes out from your pocket is an asset for others, make others rich. It's important to know the difference because monitoring our cash flow is capital for us to be financial literate and to improve our way to invest in the future, to make right investments and to be good investors, as I explained in previous videos. Thank you so much. Bye.